Dear students, welcome to NRK classes. E-learning for mathematics students. Myself, Captain Dr. N. Ramakrishna, Professor of Mathematics, Mrs. Sevani College, Vishakhapatnam. Today, our topic is rings. This is the first topic of first unit in ring theory. So, in this video lesson, I will teach you the what is a ring and we will prove the properties of rings and I will explain these rings with examples and also I will explain what is a Boolean ring, what are the properties of Boolean rings. What you are waiting for? Let us start our class now. Dear students, to start our concept, our class rings who require some basic definitions in group theory. So group, abelian group, semi-group. So what is a group? G is a non-empty set together with a binary operation star is said to be a group if G satisfies closure law, associative law, identity law, inverse law. Besides that, G satisfies commutative law, then we say that G star, algebraic system G star is an abelian group. If G satisfies closure law and associative law, then only we can say that the algebraic system G star is a semigroup. Now we can apply these definitions to introduce the concept ring. Now we will define a ring concept. Let R be a non-empty set and plus and dot addition and multiplication with two binary operations on R. The algebraic system bracket R comma plus comma dot is said to be a ring if R satisfies the following conditions. Number 1, the algebraic system R plus is an abelian group and the algebraic system R dot is a semi-group and distributive laws hold in R. So now R plus bracket R plus is abelian group. What it means? R satisfies closure law, associative law, identity law, inverse law and commutative law with respect to plus. Then we say that bracket R plus, the algebraic system R plus is an abelian group. Now look at R dot is a semi-group. R satisfies closure law and associative law with respect to multiplication. Now the distributive laws holds in a R. That means R satisfies left distributive law and right distributive law. What is the left distributive law? So A dot B plus C is equal to A dot B plus A dot C is nothing but left distributive law, and B plus C dot A is equal to B dot A plus C dot A. This is right distributive law. So any non-empty set together with two binary operations plus and dot is said to be a ring. It satisfies three main conditions. Number 1, bracket R plus, that is the algebraic system R plus is a abelian group. The algebraic system R dot is a semi-group and R satisfies distributive law with distributive laws. Now I will explain this concept ring with examples. If Z is a set of integers, you know Z is a set of integers and R is a set of real numbers, Q is a set of rationals and Z plus is set of positive integers and Zm is set of residue class modulo M. Now go for first one. Z plus dot is a ring, that is Z plus abelian group, Z dot semigroup, and Z satisfies distributed laws. So that Z plus dot is called ring of integers. Ring of integers. Now, similarly, real numbers with respect to plus dot is a ring of real numbers, and q plus dot is a ring of rational numbers, and Zm plus m into m. That means set of residue class module m is a ring with respect to addition module m and multiplication module m, whereas set of positive integers with respect to plus dot is not a ring. Why? Because here the inverse law with respect to addition fails. The positive integer does not contain negative numbers. The 2 is a positive number, we know that. The inverse of 2 is minus 2. Minus 2 is a negative integer but not positive integer. Therefore, Z plus is not a ring. Now, you go for the properties of rings. Properties of rings. Now, R is a ring and 0, A, B, C are three elements of R. Then R satisfies the conditions. So that is the properties of a ring. Now number 1 is 0 into A is equal to A into 0 is equal to 0. Number 2, A into minus B is equal to minus A into B is equal to minus AB. Third one is minus A into minus B is equal to AB. And the fourth one is A into B minus C is equal to A into B minus A into C. Here you can apply the ring definition here. R plus abelian group, R dot satisfies associative law and closure law, and R satisfies distributive laws. R plus abelian group, R dot semi group, R satisfies distributive laws. You can apply these three to proving these four conditions. Now take 0 into A. 0 can be expressed as 0 plus 0. So 0 plus 0 into A. Now you can apply right distributive law. 0 into A plus 0 into A. On left side we have 0 into A. That can be written as 0 plus 0 into A. By cancellation law you can write 0 is equal to 0 into A, because cancellation laws holds good in a group. R plus is abelian group, therefore you can apply cancellation laws here. So 0 into A is equal to A into 0 is equal to 0 is clear. Now you go for second condition. What is second condition? A into minus B is equal to minus of AB. So you can take A into minus B plus AB. You will now look at clearly here. You can observe that A is on left side. So this you can apply distributive law here. A into minus B plus B. We know that minus B plus B is nothing but 0. So A into 0 is 0 already. In condition 1 we proved. So A into minus B is equal to minus AB. That is, AB is a additive inverse of A into minus B. So A into minus B is same as A into minus of AB. So therefore A into minus B is equal to minus A into B is equal to minus AB. So that is condition 2. Once again, A into minus B plus AB, you can take it here. Apply distributive law. A into minus B plus B. Minus B plus B is nothing but 0. A into 0 is equal to 0 using condition 1. Similarly, you can prove that minus A into B plus AB is equal to 0. So additive inverse of AB is minus AB. So here A into minus AB is equal to minus A into B is equal to minus AB. This is condition 2. Now look at condition 3. What we require to prove minus A into minus B is nothing but AB. So A, B. Now you can apply condition 2 here. Minus A into minus B. So this is minus of A into minus B. Again you can apply in brackets. Again here minus of AB. Minus into minus is nothing but AB. And the fourth condition is A into B minus C. So B minus B can be written as B plus minus C. And this can apply distributive law here. A into B plus A into minus C. A into minus C is nothing but AC. So A dot B minus C is equal to A dot B minus A dot C. This is 4 conditions. Therefore, in a ring, these 4 conditions are valid. Now, we will define a new concept, Boolean ring. So, this is a Boolean defines a ring with the condition A square is equal to A for all A belongs to R. That ring is known as a Boolean ring. So, any ring R is said to be a Boolean ring if A square is equal to A for all A belongs to R. You can apply all elements on R. You can apply this condition A square is equal to A for all A belongs to R. Then we say that R is a Boolean ring. Now we have a properties of Boolean ring, that is theorem. In a Boolean ring R, prove the 3 conditions. One is A plus A is equal to 0 for each A belongs to R. And if you take A plus B is equal to 0, then you can write A is equal to B for AB belongs to R and R is a commutative ring. This is very, very important theorem in a rings topic. So what is given? R is a ring with the condition A square is equal to A. What it says? R is a Boolean ring. So every element of Boolean ring has the property that A square is equal to A for all A belongs to R. Now take A belongs to R. Apply closure law with respect to plus. A plus A belongs to R. So A plus A is one element in R. So what is our Boolean ring? So which property it contains? A square is equal to A. So same condition apply for A plus A. So A plus A whole square is equal to A plus A. So A plus A whole square is nothing but A plus A into A plus A. So you apply distributive law here. A into A plus A into A plus A into A plus A into A is equal to A plus A. A into A is nothing but A square. A square plus A square plus A square plus A square. We have 4A square. But what is A? A in R. What is the property it has? A square is equal to A. So in place of A square you can write A. So A plus A plus A plus A, that is A plus A plus 0. So now apply left cancellation law and cancel A plus A here. So you will get A plus A is equal to 0. So first condition proved. Now you go for second condition. What is the second condition? If we take A plus B is equal to 0, then we conclude that A is equal to B. This is very, very particular condition. To take A plus B is equal to 0, using the condition 1, we have A plus A is equal to 0. We write it here. A plus B is equal to A plus A. Now apply left cancellation law here. So B is equal to A. So if we take A plus B is equal to 0, then we have A is equal to B. Now we will prove that R is a commutative ring. So R is a commutative ring. Commutative ring means a ring satisfies commutative law with respect to multiplication. So now look at take elements A and B in R. By closure law, we have A plus B in R. So what is the condition R has? A square is equal to A for all A belongs to R. Here A plus B belongs to R. So it has a property that A plus B whole square is equal to A plus B. A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus 2AB plus B square. That doesn't apply here. So what we have to do? A plus B into A plus B. Now you can apply distributive law here. So A into A plus A into B plus B into A plus B into B is equal to A plus B. So A into A is nothing but A square. B into B is nothing but B square. So you can apply here A square is nothing but A and B square is nothing but B. So here A plus B and AB plus BA is equal to A plus B plus 0. By cancellation law, left cancellation law, you can cancel A plus B, A plus here. A plus B plus B plus A is equal A dot B plus B dot A is equal to 0. So now you can apply the condition 2. What is the condition 2? A plus B is equal to 0 implies A is equal to B. Here what we get? AB plus BA is equal to 0 implies AB is equal to BA. What is AB is equal to BA? That is commutative law with respect to multiplication. So R is a ring, since R satisfies commutative law with respect to multiplication, therefore R is a commutative ring. Now we have another definition. A ring with 0 divisors and a ring without 0 divisors. Let R be a ring and 0 is a 0 element in R. Take two elements A and B and specify A is a non-zero element, B is a non-zero element. But their product is 0. Then we say that R has 0 divisors A and B. Or R is a ring with 0 divisors A and B. So A is not equal to 0 and B is equal to 0, not equal to 0, but AB is equal to 0. If it doesn't happen, then we say that R is a ring without 0 divisors. If this happens, A not equal to 0, B not equal to 0, M plus AB is equal to 0, then we say that R is a ring with 0 divisors. If this doesn't happen, what it means? If AB is equal to 0, either A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0, then we say that this R is a ring without 0 divisors. Can you find this type of elements? Definitely, we have examples. Now, look at the screen carefully. R is a ring. Here, in place of R, we have Z. Z plus dot is a ring of integers. It doesn't have any 0 divisors. So, this Z is a ring with no 0 divisors or without 0 divisors. Now look at Z6. Addition modulo 6 and with the multiplication modulo 6. This is a ring. Now 2 is a non-zero element and 3 is a non-zero element, but 2 into 3 is 0. That means 2 into 3 is a 6. 6 divisible by 6. So remainder is 0. The output is 0. So Z6 is a ring with 0 divisors and 2 bar is 0 divisor and 3 bar is another 0 divisor. So here I explain you a ring with 0 divisors and without 0 divisors. So what is the cancellation loss in a ring? The same cancellation loss in a group we can apply here also. R plus dot is a ring and three elements A, B, C in R and A is a non-zero element. If A, B is equal to AC implies B is equal to C, then we say that R satisfies left cancellation law. And B dot A is equal to C dot A, that means B into A is equal to C into A implies B is equal to C, then we say that R satisfies right cancellation law. If R satisfies left and right cancellation law, then we say that R satisfies cancellation laws. Now we have a theorem based on zero divisors and cancellation laws. Prove that a ring R has no zero divisors if and only if cancellation laws holds in R. That means if R has no zero divisors, then we prove that cancellation laws holds in a R. If we assume cancellation laws holds in a R, then we have to prove that R has no zero divisors. So this is if and only if. So what is given? R is a ring, and assume that this ring has no zero divisors. What it means? R is a ring without zero divisors. Without zero divisors means AB is equal to 0 implies either A0 or B0. Now we'll prove that the cancellation laws. When we said the cancellation laws, you remember and recollect the definition of cancellation laws. Now take AB is equal to AC. You can bring this AC to left side. So A dot B plus minus A dot C. This is A dot C plus minus of A dot C. Now apply distributive law here, then we can write this A dot B minus C. So A dot B minus C is 0. So this is it. R has no zero divisors. A is 0 or B minus C 0. So, but A not equal to 0. By assumption we are taking A is a non-zero element. So what is the other alternative? B minus C must be 0. That means B is equal to C. So what we taken? AB is equal to AC implies B is equal to C. Therefore R satisfies left cancellation law. In a similar way, similar fashion, we can prove that R satisfies right cancellation laws. So if you assume R is a ring without zero divisors, we prove the cancellation laws holds in a ring. Now we can assume that R has cancellation laws. R has cancellation laws. Then we prove that R has no zero divisors. Now assume that R satisfies cancellation laws. So what we have to prove that R has no zero divisors. What we require to prove that AB is equal to 0 implies either A0 or B0. So assume that AB is equal to 0 and B not equal to 0. And 0 can be written as 0 into B. By left cancellation law, A is equal to 0. Again, you can take AB 0 and A not equal to 0. Again, we have B is equal to 0. In both the cases, we proved AB is equal to 0 implies either A0 or B0. What is the conclusion? R has no zero divisors. So, in this theorem, we proved R satisfies cancellation laws if and only if R has no zero divisors. So, in this video lesson, I explained you the concept ring with examples, and we proved some basic properties of a ring, and also we defined the Boolean ring and we discussed the properties of Boolean ring. And also R without zero diverges if and only if R satisfies cancellation laws. Thank you. Dear students, thanks for watching my video lesson. Please give a like and give a comment on this and share this video lesson to your friends, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.